Chapter 8. The egg will be along momentarily, it said. Got a dash. Things to do. This time it faded out without undue haste, leaving the smile as it should until last. There's a fine thing, thought Steve. I'm even starting to think like them. I wonder how long before I wake up. You must be that galling wag on whose behalf I've got to worry. And from behind the wall appeared, bit by bit, Humpty Dumpty. Puffing and blowing, he eased himself over until he sat, feet dangling on the top. I don't think I'm a galling anything, said Steve. I was the walrus until recently. Galling wag, said Humpty Dumpty sternly. Wagon in Old Gaulish is carpenter, hence galling. Good God, man, can you not recognise a pun when you hear one? Never mind. You have an odd manner of introduction about you, sir. While you are the walrus, I am the egg man. Pray tell me, who might you be now, since that is the normal mode of introducing oneself, unless I've fallen behind the times instead of falling off the Wall Street Journal? Steve was beginning to find his dense cloud of words a little difficult to follow, so gave up and started from the beginning. Everyone said that you should be able to help me. Fell free from what the carpenter said was limbo, and I can't wake up. I'm called Steve, normally. Steve, normally. No matter. What, my good fellow, were you doing in limbo? Nobody should be there. Normally, the rules are quite specific on that point. The problem of getting characters their wages in a place where the normal rules of space-time and literature no longer apply are quite insurmountable. It would give the management so many excuses not to pay up, as if they needed any more. And the egg looked sad. I don't know. The first time I saw the place was when I was having a tooth removed under gas at Dr. Sells the dentist back in the real world. Real it might have been, but there's no way there to here nor here to there. If you're a reader, then you might look, and if you're a writer, then you might command. But only the mad ever leave these real worlds of yours for those real worlds of ours. Have you considered that you might be insane? Not you too. All I want is to wake up. That's not mad, snapped Steve, who by now was getting tired of having his sanity impugned by doctors, books, and eggs, although any accusation of insanity made by an egg had to have some plausibility. Madness is the only way. Madness or diabolic forces. But you've given up on the devil side of things in your world, haven't you? Then madness it must be. You're devilled by it. Don't ask me to help you. I'm not a Freud egg. They're all sorting out another nutter, which was a mistake. Never put all your eggs on one basket, Case. Deviled egg might be a better idea, Steve retorted. You're supposed to get me out of here, not make feeble jokes. The egg looked sadder. I have to make feeble jokes. I have too keen a sense of humour to dare to make good ones. Why does having a sense of humour stop you joking? Asked Steve, intrigued in spite of himself. Because I might start to smile, and then it's just a short step into breaking into a grin or cracking up altogether. Oh, said Steve. More of a problem for eggs, I suppose. But not as much of a problem as you'll have if you don't sort me out. Why am I always blue, for example? The egg regarded him gravely. That is a good question, but one for your world. The real questions are how you got here at all, and what you can remember about going to sleep. Those are the questions we should be asking. I was reading a book. Dead boring it was, too. I was hoping that what it said about lucid dreams would be true, but I can't change anything. As if lucid were to matter to one, said the egg, lapsing into a fake upper-class English accent in the most alarming way. The thing is for one to get up in the morning and thence to progress to one's place of work. One assumes that you have an alarm clock, but knowing you lower classes, you might have trained some canary to sing with extra vigour. Clock radio. It plays music. Music. I doubt that it produces anything of the sort, but it will have to suffice. What sort of music flows forth from this clock radio? Probably something from the charts. How avant-garde, making music from maps. Oh well, humans, who can understand them? Well, wait here, and when you hear this chart music, you can go home. Perhaps a melodic snatch of coastline, a twiddly bit from a Norwegian fjord, something grand from a glacier. And the egg let himself down from the top of the wall, humming a small patch of sea just off New Zealand until he was quite out of sight behind it. Steve sat down and waited. Presently he nodded off.